You're really gonna like this video, you guys. Because in this video, I share with you some of the questions I would love to ask Dino Tiger. Now, I know this is not possible because he's only a fictional character, probably never gonna happen in real life unless I meet unless I meet the Dino Tiger, which is basically a person in a whole suit. But I made this Facebook post 1 year ago, on June 18th, 2024. There are a total of 10 questions, and I hope all of them are true. If some of them aren't, then fine, whatever, but some of them are from potential on my own perspective, as I mentioned in my previous videos. Anyways, I hope you will all enjoy them. And all the questions are in the screenshots, so I sent them off from my phone and sent it to my tablet just so I can make this video. Anyways, with that being said, here is the video with me saying hello at the beginning. Yep, that's the video, and like I said, I'm back with a final statement, and to answer all of the questions that you just saw. Yep, I am very glad that you liked all of those questions I made. Anyways, if you want to see what I'm talking about, I'll go ahead and pull up the Facebook post I made on my phone. Anyways, here is the post. Sorry about the glare, just try to ignore that, but that's it right there. I made it on June 18th, 2024 of last year. I got over 3 people that liked it. You see, my Aunt Tita liked it, my mom Becky Townsend Zook saw it, and Connie Nagel Priest, which she is another family friend of ours. Maybe a friend of Tita's, I don't know. I'll have to ask her about the family friend. Anyways, these are all the comments that I got on the post. My Aunt Tita said, "Those are very thoughtful questions, Eli Zook. Thank you very much for that." And then I replied by saying, "I just typed out the questions." And then, for some reason, she said to go watch the video of all the questions. Well, now you can, because I just made a video. And all those I previously erased because I didn't want them. And I said, "Oh, I accidentally wrote that. Okay, now I get it. I don't know why I commented that." And then she said, "No worries at all, buddy." Okay. And then my mom, Becky Townsend Zook, right there said, "Great questions," with a smiley face. And then I replied by saying, "Do you love all of them?" And then she said, "Yes, especially the last one," with a smiley face. Thank you, Mom. I'm glad you love all of the questions. Sorry if you're uncomfortable with the third question, but anyways, if you want to know what I'm talking about, on the reason, if you want to know what I'm talking about, when I said a comment on the only thing I think he would say no to is the 7th question, on which is, have you ever heard of Jesus Christ or a Christian? It's right there. Oh, crap, I didn't mean to like it myself. My bad. And that is the comment that I commented 4 weeks ago that you guys haven't seen. So if you want to go back and share this post, that's fine. It's kind of disappointing that only 3 people saw this post. But when we get to June 18th of 2025 this year, I'll have to make a memory. And this video will be on Facebook and YouTube by that time. So it will be the 1-year memory of when that post was made. And yes, you guys, I am serious. Literally, I am dead serious about the 5th question. I am not the only person who has that question. But literally everybody, maybe millions, who even watch the show Dino Tiger, have the 5th question on why, and they make a fuss about it all the time. Why doesn't Dino Tiger wear any pants? And, well, to answer all of your guys' questions, well, I think it's because the creators wanted to preserve the characterish plushy and Dino Tiger look, and also wanted to emulate the original Dino Striped Tiger from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And I think that's the reason why. And because the original Mr. Rogers and the original Dino Tiger, my bad, from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood didn't wear pants at all. I didn't even know if he had legs, because it only just showed his body and arms, and he had his watch, but not his red sweater. That's kind of disappointing. But Mr. Rogers, if you grew up watching that show, he was such a kind, loving man. Mr. McFeely was actually a real guy, played by David Newell. I think, let me look up and see if David Newell played Mr. McFeely. Yep, David Newell, it says right there. He played Mr. McFeely, David Newell, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. David Newell was hired to play Mr. McFeely in 1967. He was also to be a product assistant whose job included locating customers and props. But it was really sad when Mr. Rogers died in I think February 27, 2003. Let me look it up and see if I'm correct when Mr. Rogers died, because I keep forgetting the date he died. Actually, I'm going to do the date he's born first. When was Mr. Rogers born? March 20th, 1928. Yep. And now, I'm going to ask Google the day he died. When did Mr. Rogers die?
Fred Rogers died on February 27th, 2003.
Yep, February 27th, 2003. That was the last day. It says right here, Rogers died on the morning of February 27, 2003 at his home in Pittsburgh. His wife was by his side when he died. He died less than a month before he would be turned 75. On March 1st, 2003, a private funeral was held for Rogers in Unity Chapel. And it says that he died of stomach cancer. But yeah, he said a Lifetime Achievement Emmy in 1997 and the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2002. Stomach cancer, yeah. It was really sad. You know, Mr. Rogers died of stomach cancer. How disappointing. But yes, let me look up the reason why Daniel Tiger doesn't wear pants and see if I'm correct on why the creators wanted to make it like that. Hold on a second, you guys. I'm gonna look this up real quick. Yes, I was correct. I knew I was. That's the reason why Daniel Tiger doesn't wear pants, to answer your question. But there is one episode, or maybe a few, that he does actually wear pants. And he basically actually wears summer clothes. Which basically, if you guys haven't seen in the episode where he does gymnastics at the Enchanted Garden, he wears red shorts and a blue t-shirt with trolley on it. And sometimes if he goes to the beach, he wears swim trunks, like if he goes to the neighborhood pool, and he also wears pants when he goes to bed. So yep, you can go ahead and thank the creators for finally putting pants on Daniel Tiger then. Okay. You guys are probably not gonna like this third question, but as I said in the third question, the reason why I did that question on changing Margaret's diaper alone is because, well, he's a big brother, and big brothers sometimes learn to do that. And if their parents sometimes teach them to do that themselves, then that's a good development in teachings for the child to learn. And I don't even know if children that age can learn to do that at that age. Let me look this up and see if I'm correct. Well, what do you know? Google said yes. Thank you. You see, look. You can pause the video, so that's what Google says right there. You already saw the screenshot, but that's what Google says about the question. And after watching this video, I had that idea to make these two pictures you see right here and here. So yeah. Oh, and if you want to know what I mean by my life-size figure from the fourth question on how tall is Daniel Tiger, well, I'll go ahead and show it to you right now. So here is Daniel right here. Very, very cute. And this is all made out of orange tape. And this is styrofoam head. I made all this out of cardboard. And also what's made out of cardboard is these red shoes that I made a few weeks ago. And the same material is used on baby Margaret right here. She's pretty cute. There's the front view, and there's the back. If you want to see her tail, it's right there. And I know that Daniel Tiger doesn't have his red sweater. Yes, it's kind of hard for me right now, but I'm searching everywhere. I'm looking for a kid-size sweater to put on Daniel right here, which I will get as soon as possible whenever I find that. Anyways, if you want to see the back of Daniel Tiger, it's right there. And by the way, I forgot. Baby Margaret is 29 inches tall, if you want to know how tall she is. And Daniel right here is 40 inches tall. And 40 inches is typically the height of a 4-year-old boy, Daniel Tiger's age. And 29 inches is the average 1-year-old girl. That's how old Baby Margaret is, by the way. I think 5'9" is the typical height about 30-year-old male. I am 5'6", if you want to know my height. Anyways, that's all I have to share for this video, because I know this video is over 15 minutes long, going on 16 now, and I don't have any left to share. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, so you'll be notified every now and then when I upload new videos. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.